Let's start with boxing. Jamaican fighters took on their counterparts from the UK and Cayman Islands in the most recent gloves over guns fight night at the Stanley Couch Gym in Parade Gardens, Kingston. There was plenty of entertainment for those in attendance. Fighters in attendance at the most recent gloves over guns fight card at Stanley Couch Gym were treated to a spectacle, even though the Jamaican boxers didn't have it all their own way. In what was a 7-card fight at the Parade Gardens location in Kingston, it was perhaps the 5th bout, which was a talking point at the end of the night. Light heavyweight Riley Galvin of the UK and Sadiqi Harris of GC Foster College went back and forth in the first round, but it was Harris who took the fight to Galvin in the second round, landing a series of punishing shots without a response from Galvin. The UK-based Galvin was rescued by referee Dwayne Wilson, who stopped the fight at 2 minutes and 52 seconds in the second round. But the disappointment wasn't too much for Galvin, who broke out into dance immediately after the medals were placed around the fighters' necks. His dance moves ignited the crowd, even if they didn't quite match those normally associated with the dancehall music ringing out in the background.
At the first round, I wish I started better but I always start late. That is one of the problems that I'm going to fix back at my gym, GC Foster, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. And I want to do much better in all the rounds so I can win all of them.
I'm not used to fighting in Jamaica. It's really hot here. So we came here 2 weeks ago, started training, running up mountains, and had to try and adapt really quickly. I thought I did well in the first round, but then halfway through the second round, I sort of lost my composure, started getting caught with some shots, and I don't know, it was downhill from there. But yeah, as you said, I had fun. It was a great time, and yeah, after the fight, it was all congratulations to my opponent over there. Good job to him.
The all-foreign matchup between Isaiah Hurlston of the Cayman Islands and UK's Sharam Khalid went the distance. Hurlston started to look tired near the end of round 2, but was able to hang on for the win by unanimous decision. Kashiv Nelson of Sugar Olympic Gym was in a punishing mood in his welterweight bout against Jolan Hobson of the Cayman Islands. The faster, stronger Nelson landed some punishing blows, and Hobson was on the defensive for most of the fight. When Nelson sensed blood in the water and went in for the kill, the fight was all but over. Hobson looked like he wouldn't be able to answer the standing 8 count, and his corner threw in the towel. In the first fight on the card, middleweight Demar Robinson of the Cayman Islands got the better of the Sakima Mullings-trained Fight for Peace's Kevin Campbell by way of unanimous decision. The first all-Jamaica matchup went to middleweight Tafarel Cayman of Sugar Olympic Gym over Howard Robinson out of Montego Bay Gym. Lightweights Anthony Cheney of UK and Jovar Hunt of GC also went the distance. Both fighters gave as good as they got, but in the end, the judges favoured Cheney. The final bout of the night was the other all-Jamaica matchup in the light heavyweight category, which saw a disciplined Christopher Pinnock of the JDF battling Tevoy Barrett of Sugar Olympic Gym. Referee Kevin Stupart was forced to stop the fight 1 minute and 48 seconds into the second round as Barrett started to throw up.
I put in a lot of hard work to this, not to mention my coach, my dedicated coach gave me a lot of back drills, sprints, hard work, sparring. It was very hectic, so I worked really hard for this fight.
In the meantime, Pan Am Boxing Confederation President Elise Signol was among those on hand for the most recent Gloves Over Guns fight night. It was one of the first things on the agenda for Signol, who is on a 5-day visit to the island. She praised the fighters who were on display at the Stanley Couch Gym. And Jamaica Boxing Association President Stephen Bomber Jones says the night was a prime example of what the Gloves Over Guns initiative is all about.
So I'm actually very impressed by tonight fight night. The level of the kids were pretty impressive. They were novices for some of them, and you wouldn't even realize that they were novices. A lot of poise, a lot of control, technically sound, and at the same time a lot of heart. And I think that's what struck me the most is so much heart from every single fighter that stepped in tonight in the ring.
You know, pleased most of all with the boxers. You know, I love the vibes that the Rude Boys to role model, get it correctly, from London came. That's the banner that they reached out from. They're doing the same thing like what we do here with the Gloves Over Guns initiative. And so we meshed, you know, and the fact that you can have sport for development and it goes across oceans and then we bring it to Jamaica and everybody comes battle and then you see them hug after is exactly what the whole initiative represents.